Welcome to The Deciding Point, our Cracked Racquets weekly roundup of the biggest storylines going on throughout the professional tennis world. Was another busy week of action. We had 2 ATP 500 level events, 2 WTA level events, our first American Challenger of the year. Joining me to break it all down on today's show will be our Cracked Racquets Do Everything James Foster McDonald. Of course, we've also got Miami on the horizon this week. We talk about that. And then our deciding point, is Aslan Karatsev the greatest of all time? With that in mind, Westhoff, let's get to our topic. All right, Jamie, let's talk about this week's WTA Tour results. 2 familiar faces emerging as champions. 23-year-old Daria Kasatkina winning her second title of the season. She wins the action in St. Petersburg. Of course, young Canadian superstar Layal Fernandez earning her first WTA title of her career, as well as she wins the action down in Monterrey. Your reaction to this week's WTA results?
Well, first of all, I just got to say, I'm sure you're happy to see a Fernandez title in there because you've been singing the praises for a long time. Look, to use a classic line of yours, it was a matter of when, not if, right? And so it was good to see her grab that first WTA title and, a convincing 1-4 win in the finals. Had some tight matches. I think it was Sorribes Tormo was like 5-5, but she just, comprehensively took care of this draw. So a well-deserved first WTA title for Layal Fernandez for sure.
Yeah, and look, she's 16-9 in her last 52 weeks. With this result, she's up to number 72 in the ranking. The success of people like Naomi Osaka, Iga Swiatek, even the rapid rise of someone like Amanda Anisimova kind of skewed the curve, right, in terms of what the normal development is for a rising superstar in the women's game. But, you've got Layal Fernandez now in the top 75. Clara Tauson won her first title a few weeks ago in Lyon, and I saw this tweet from David Kane. The 2019 Australian Open Junior Final, Jamie, Clara Tauson defeats Layal Fernandez to win her junior major crown. Now, both of them have WTA title victories. It's so difficult because you have Osaka, you have Andreescu, you have Kenin, who have already won Grand Slam titles, but there are so many young rising stars in the women's game. And I think Daria Kasatkina has reasserted herself as one of those young rising stars. I mentioned the fact she's 23 years old. She's already been a top 10 player. She reached the top 10 in 2018 when she was just 21. And of course, that came on the back of so much clay court success. And you see her game, the heaviness of her forehand, the way she moves the ball around the court. It is a clay court game. For her to have this sort of success on hard courts, it shows, A, she's finally healthy again. Her confidence is back. She doesn't have that overwhelming power of a Sabalenka, of an Osaka, but she can do so many things well. Kasatkina's really good, Jamie, and I just think this continues to prove the theory. It's pick a name out of the hat, right, on the WTA Tour. Anyone can win on any given week.
Oh, it's very hard to keep track of this ever-growing list. There's always a new contender. Seems like every week there's a new contender, and so it keeps the WTA interesting. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and was this a Dubai or a Doha draw for Kasatkina? No, but for her to beat Clara Tauson, for her to beat Kudermetova, I think she beat Kuznetsova as well. It was a fantastic week of tennis for Daria Kasatkina. She really does deserve to be back in the top 50 of the rankings.